We're back. Cheers.
Cheers.
We're gonna get something in this glass right now. It's something really special, I think, for this week's episode. This is kind of our AXPONA recap episode because we had a lot of fun this last weekend, and this week is blown by. And I think it'd be fun to talk about all the cool stuff that we got to do while we were out there. Yeah, so we got some whiskey from an air fan while we were out at AXPONA. One of our very loyal, longtime airheads gifted us a bottle while we were out there.
Yeah, very nice bottle. Blanton's bourbon whiskey. This is not one I have not had this before. I've seen it. I've got some friends who are big bourbon heads, and one of my good friends has 7 of these stashed on his shelf. He's very excited when I sent him a picture. Um, so
Yes.
I hear very good things about this one. Sadly, have not tried it yet, so I'm really excited also.
Your friend has 7 of them on his shelf, huh?
Yes.
All right. Well, we need to go and hang out with him.
Yeah. Only if we want to talk soccer.
You know, my kids are getting into soccer. Was never one of my sports of choice, so I'm gonna have to start dabbling in the football.
Right. Right.
Oh man. That's good. That's really good. You know,
Yeah.
I'm normally a Scotch head. I like a real smoky, peaty flavor, but this is a bourbon I can deal with. Real smooth, kind of vanilla-y almost.
Just a hint. Yeah. But yeah, it's just a little bit sweet, but yeah, it's definitely not overly sweet. It's not overly, doesn't have a big bite to it. That's really nice.
Mm-mm. I can see it creeping up on you fast because it is a very smooth whiskey. Mm. Well,
Right.
that's fantastic. Well, thanks to our good friend Jim. Cheers to Jim.
Thanks, Jim. This is wonderful.
You know, I had a beer gifted to me in Dallas at Southwest, and I didn't give a shout out to these guys. I don't know if they've been watching since then, but Sean, Robert, and Andrew, these dudes were cool. They were crawling late doing some late night listening. I happened to make my way back to the Southwest room at like 11:30 or midnight or something like that, and just figured why not play some music and prop the lock on the door so that it wouldn't shut all the way. And not even like a couple minutes into that happening, these guys knock on the door like, "Hey, we hear music. Can we hang out?" And we ended up hanging out for a little over an hour, and they had a blast. And the next day, they saw me in the hallway and just yelled my name, Jake, from way far away. And one of them starts running up to me and hands off this beer. It was Community Brewing from Texas down there, kind of close to in the Dallas area, but it was like a barrel aged stout that they had gifted to me. So they said that I had made their night, letting them get some late listening out of their systems, and yeah, I did. They didn't give me 2, so um, yeah, I didn't share. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Next
I
time.
may do.
Well, we had a lot of fun out in Chicago. I took a bunch of pictures as much as I could because just trying to work the event and be present at the event and take pictures is not always the easiest, but
Yeah. Time flies at these events, and
Yeah, we talked about maybe doing like a quick cheers or something while we were out there, but gosh, just once it gets started, it's a lot. Well, so we had I'm gonna pull up my photos here. So those that watch instead of just listen can see what we had going on. So let me jump over to our room photo real quick because yeah, this is a beautiful shot that I took of our room. Number 402. It was Air Acoustics, YG Acoustics, Argento Audio, and kind of put together in part by our new dealer, Musical Artisans in Chicago. Yeah,
Skokie.
Skokie area. So yeah, Musical Artisans put this collection of brands together, and I think it just turned out amazing. We did what Air YG last month at the Southwest Audio Fest and kind of did our 8 series, kind of our entry level with the YG entry level. And then this month was our series and reference speakers with the Carmel 3s.
I, yeah, we get, it was, it's always, you know, um, I've done this for a couple decades now, going to shows. It's not easy to go in and get, um, great sound out of a hotel room. You're always hoping to get satisfactory sound. There's always going to be issues, and as you're always nervous going in, just what you're trying to get out of this event in this room, what you're trying to show off. Is it really more just meeting people? Is it actually trying to show off the sound? And so, and it really is all that you want to do as much as you can. So,
Yeah.
uh, I think and definitely thanks to Duncan quite a bit for getting these speakers dialed in, because I would say they're a little finicky in placement. Once we got that dialed in, they really sung.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he is a total professional to work with in these kind of settings. And for those of you who may have missed it, we did an episode with Duncan Taylor from YG a couple weeks ago leading up to these shows, and that would be a fun one to check out. But
Yeah.
the man works hard. He puts a lot of effort into it. These guys, YG, the last 2 shows, they've had 4 or 5 rooms
Yeah.
at both shows, and between thankfully we communicate well. We had this room dialed in, and he was able to kind of run around and check on the other rooms a lot more often. But yeah, I think these speakers, once everything was warmed up and set in place, they
Spiked and
yeah,
the other things. Yeah.
yeah, properly
Nice.
spiked on those spongy carpets and stuff.
Yep.
Like it sounded really good. I mean, I was excited going into it because of them being a two-way that gets
Mm.
below 40 hertz pretty commandingly, and it just had such a nice cohesive sound to it. Pretty nice wide open imaging to it. I know we had a lot of comments that like the speakers disappeared in the setup,
Yep.
and that's always something you want to hear, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other, comments I heard quite a bit, and, very unintentional, but, and certainly people that were not as familiar with either Air or Air YG, was just that how much, our R series gear and the speaker enclosures, uh, matched pretty well as far as their, as far as, the clear anodized aluminum and 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 then the actual machine finish was similar in a way too. So a lot of people figure they were made by the same people as well. Um, anyway,
Which,
they match really well
yeah,
visually as well as sonically.
which is a great thing for people wanting to put a system together for, I guess, aesthetic purposes too.
Yeah.
It's like there's not, I really can't think of too many other examples out there where the hardware, the electronics, and the speakers match each other so well.
Right.
So that was, I think, a bonus. Um, Gotta give, now that I'm on this screen here, I gotta give some love to my boy Marshall Terry with Terry Audio, because one of our unsung heroes almost in this room that was kind of an unofficial partner is my friend from Terry Audio, and some, oh, I can't point to it, but in the corner to the right of the Carmel speaker there, you see this discreet looking little box with some wheels attached to it, some casters, and that is the Terry Audio balanced 30 amp whole room EI core isolation transformer. I think I said
Right.
that right. Maybe not in the right order, but
That worked.
uh, but yeah, it's a cool product. I just had to give it a test. It's something I got turned on to more at Southwest Audio Fest because that was kind of the focus for the Terry Audio Room, was showcasing kind of the differences that this balanced isolation transformer can bring to a whole system. And it kind of piqued my interest. I told him I wish that I had tested it while I was down at the show there. And then without hesitation, he just replied, well, send me a label and you can test it for as long as you want. And it's been a lot of fun. I thought that it was a nice thing to bring with us. We have a kind of a cheap little uh, AC line noise meter that has shown in most cases it cuts the line noise by half in most situations, and um, that's really impressive. And then the fact that he's using a monstrous EI core transformer, I think,
Mm.
is really cool because it's kind of philosophically in line with how we like to design things these days.
Yep.
Um, but not a power conditioner, not a power regenerator,
Right.
just a dedicated room isolation transformer. And I think it worked out really well. Thank you, Marshall.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially in these trade show situation where you're in a hotel room where the power quality is pretty suspect. Um, I'll say
Yeah.
to say the least. Yeah, it's nice to gain um uh, every advantage you can by trying to clean that power up as best you can. And I think it worked nicely.
Yeah, it seemed to it did seem to provide a little bit of a a more stable kind of baseline voltage as well, which in a hotel is hard to achieve. So it's a cool little product. I mean, Marshall builds products for the mastering engineers, recording studios, that world, and this is a cool little piece that maybe we'll find ourselves using again down the road. But yeah, the other so we had our room with YG acoustics and um, all of our reference stuff, showing off the CX8 CD player, going into QX5 DAC, running it as a transport.
Right.
And I liked to mention at the show to people that, that CD player is kind of unique in that you can kind of dedicate its function as a transport or a CD player, depending on the system needs by disabling the outputs.
That you don't use. Yep.
So we had it running with a single pure silver Argento AES cable going into the QX520 and then going out of that into the KXR20 straight into the MXR monoblocks and then onto the Carmel's all 100% silver Argento cables. And then our room with Sonar audio was a lot of fun too. I got a chance to pop over here with Gunny and
Yep.
I sat with him for a little over an hour listening to music on the Allegro Unums. So these are his reference speaker. So a $12,000 two-way bookshelf speaker and really fast, really dynamic. Um, some of the music he played was just kind of mind-boggling for the size of the speaker that it was. I mean, there was some like church organ the track that he would play where like the just the low droning bass note in the background filled the room with so much power that just everyone in the room with me kept laughing like just laughing like a little schoolboy or something, just
Yeah.
like how is it doing this. So it surely impressed. I mean, that room was put together with our other dealer, Home Audio, in the Chicago Woodridge area. And so they were featuring kind of a combination of brands, but the QX520 DAC was the source. That was the source for the duration of the show. Did you pop over there?
Uh, Popped up, I think, on setup day. I don't think I got over there during the show days.
Yeah. So when the tape
Yep.
measures were on the floor here.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
Or the
right. I remember they had
yeah,
issues and we walked in and that
that's right.
fixed it.
Yep.
Yeah, there was some gremlin that was happening that decided to run away when Ariel made his presence known.
It's not the first time. Won't be the last time.
But yeah, these were really exciting to get a chance to hear because we've been living with the floor standers for I don't know, 6 months or so now, and those have kind of their own appreciable traits that are kind of unique to them almost, I would say. They've got a little more kick in the low end, maybe just a smidge, but
Okay.
what these things as stand mounts can provide is really impressive. So really excited. So on that note too, to follow up after this fantastic show that we just attended, we have our partner list here for
That's right.
Munich. So we got
Your show is sneaking up in just a couple of weeks practically now. That's a little scary. I'm not ready. I'm
yeah,
ready, but I'm not ready.
I was just gonna say I'm ready but not
Excited.
because yeah, there's never enough time to recover from some of these shows to begin with, and then
Okay.
next you're getting on the next plane. But this room is going to be awesome. So Air and Sonor Audio from the good old US of A exhibiting together with Pachenko Labs from La Reunion, Ikigai Audio from Denmark, and I always do this. I forget where Artisania is from. I forget.
I can't help you there. Sorry.
Yep. But I'm excited for their rack sets. That's going to make a nice kind of it's going to tie the system well together really well. It's going to be kind of one of their rack systems where the gear is almost kind of floating. There's no shelving. There's just kind of a couple isolation footers in each corner. Yeah, that room is going to sound great. So our friend from Mexico, we have a new partner in Mexico, Sax Audio,
Indeed.
and Mr. Adrian Nunez from Mexico came up to Chicago to visit us at AXPONA, and that was really cool. He's a MoFi dealer as well. He made his way over to the Cardis MoFi party, hung out with us some more there. But he carries some other fantastic brands that I'm excited for us to get a chance to partner with. Eggleston Works is one that I'm anxious to get a chance to put some show systems together with Sax, maybe in Mexico City.
That'd be really fun. I've never been there, but I would really love to experience Mexico City.
Yeah. And you taught me that it's like 9,750 feet
Right,
or
seven
something.
thousand some feet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
it's a little higher up than Denver.
It is. Yep.
It's pretty impressive.
Yep. Yeah. It is relatively high elevation.
We had some other Airhead fans visit
Nice.
us our good friend Hugh from Music Lovers in San Francisco and kind of Oakland in the Bay Area.
Indeed, who we learned is also a pool shark.
Oh, nice. Don't mess with Hugh from Music Lovers in pool. Hugh the pool shark. No, he's always a lot of fun to sit and listen to some music with.
Yeah,
He loves piano.
it's a fantastic piano player. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned this before. Maybe it's some other episode. I don't remember. Uh, at the AXPONA show, probably 2019. There was on that the bottom hallway. They had a grand piano sitting out there, and for one of the last days, I think I walked out there and um, saw Hugh plinking at the piano. Plinking is probably the wrong word, but he was playing the piano. He looked
It's appropriate.
absolutely exhausted, or drunk, or just absolutely exhausted after 3 days at the show, I think. But he was sitting there playing the piano, just hunched over, uh, just playing the piano. It was wonderful.
Man, we gotta bring an upright out, park it next to that piano with you.
Yeah,
That would be fun. Yeah, we're in really good hands with Hugh out at Music Lovers in San Francisco. We talked a little bit about maybe doing a dealer event
yeah,
out that way soon. So keep an eye on the Music Lovers events calendar. And my boy Gary Jensen was there. Gary is he's a definite airhead to the core. He's been a long time user, has lots of our pieces, and came up to the room a couple times and had to make sure to show off his air shirt just like Hugh. Had a few people
right,
doing that.
that's right. Yeah, he also had a second air shirt, which is I'm very curious where he got it because it was not one that we made, but it was just a black and white one with the huge air logo on the front. I'm really curious about that one.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Hmm. It's unofficial, Gary.
that's right.
Yeah, I've got some cool new shirt concepts in the works because I
Very
think
good.
at Axpona I think we expended the last of our shirts. We've
Ah, the last of our stock.
yeah,
Very good.
yeah, I think we're shirtless now. Yeah, we're gonna work on that though. We got a lot of new swag and stuff coming soon.
Actually, I'm wearing one of my Carter shirts today.
Barbecue, beer, Cardis
I think
audio.
I remember. I think this may have been from Expo last year,
Hmm,
maybe.
I don't know. Oh,
Okay.
new swag coming. So this was all about Axpona, but there was a really awesome new kind of grand opening event that we participated in. And so yeah, the musical artisans showroom, we kind of helped cut the ribbon on that Thursday, Friday of the show. April 12th here, as you can see, was our party. They spelled my name wrong. Um, but that was a lot of fun. I mean, to see to see a new brick and mortar retailer opening in 2024, especially in an area that was really strong for us with audio consultants.
Right.
And just, COVID kind of put a big damper on that whole operation for those guys. And it was, that whole area is probably one of the largest markets for air acoustics users. And so now there's a new resource that people can go to that we feel really good about.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It's a fantastic new showroom. We put a lot of effort, and it turned out um, stunning. It was really nice.
yeah, and it's still kind of work in progress. I mean, it's now to a point where it looks good, sounds good, but it can look and sound even better. And I think that they're planning to do some further maybe treatment
Mm.
in the space and stuff too. But it's really cool, you guys. So we didn't take too many pictures while we were out there, selfies of ourselves or anything. But here's one. Here's one
That's right.
in the main kind of demo room. But they've got kind of in this particular room, there's three systems. There's kind of this kind of behind Ariel in this picture. It's some Stenheim. It's a kind of a combination of things, some Stenheim and uh, Engstrom tube amplification and CH precision phono stage, and I think it's a DeBear turntable that they have. Oops. Um, and then behind us here in this photo, we've got sitting down left to right, Timon from Engstrom and Mr. Kevin Wolf from CH Precision, who I guess is a bit an avid. He sounds like a bicyclist
Yes.
too, right?
Yep.
Yep. So Ariel and Kevin kind of geeked out on bicycles and all
Yeah,
that
quite a bit.
two-wheel goodness for a while. And we've known Kevin for I think a while. It sounds like before he got to CH Precision,
Oh
right?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think I met him when he was probably at Sumiko. I think so close to, boy, maybe not quite 20 years, but at least 15. When I first met him, probably at CES many years ago.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, I think we did a, yeah, I think we set up, I think that might have been a year that we set up a kind of a 1 or 2 day morning ride. We would go meet and ride out towards Red Rocks, side of Vegas, do a little bike ride. Some of us brought our bikes. So it was Steve and I at the time at Ayre, and Sterling Trail, and I think Kevin, and I don't remember who else.
Hmm.
Mm.
Nice. We'll have to invite those guys back out.
Yeah.
Next to Kevin, we have Jean-Francois from Modulum, new company that I had not heard of before, but you'll see their rack here in just a moment. But they make racks and amplifier stands, component stands. They're from Montreal, I believe. And yeah, they're very attractive equipment that they make. Ulrich next to him in the white with the glasses there, arms crossed. Our new friend from Argento Audio. Probably one of my favorite new people we met.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah. You would have had um, uh, uh, definitely enjoyed meeting him and talking about um, they do and their factory and everything. That was a lot of fun.
just kind of the his way of kind of speaking about what we do, and I don't know, you could just tell that he commands a lot of knowledge and understanding and experience doing it. It's not theoretical. You can tell that just he's applied a lot of
Yeah.
the things that he talks about. So our man Ricardo Reyes with the wine bottle in hand is the shop owner for Musical Artisans, and we have to just say please reach out to him if you need anything, anytime, because we know you're going to get the best treatment possible. And just set up an appointment at Musical Artisans, and you can demo this wonderful system that I'm going to show you in a second. But we had I don't know who that last fella is. Do you know who that guy is? Peter? Is that his name?
Peter with
I was right.
PH, I think. Yeah.
Okay. See, I remember it was Peter.
Yeah.
I got that far. But sadly, I didn't talk to Peter that much. But we had a quite the cuisine.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Joe Ricardo promised a pretty authentic Filipino feast, and they delivered. So they had good lechon. The pig was stuffed with garlic and peppers and stuff. It was delicious.
Yeah, and
Absolutely delicious.
there's silverware there, but that's just for formality, I guess. And
Yeah, yeah,
I guess the play is to just go right up and just grab what you want off that pig,
kind of. Yeah,
kind of.
yeah. Well, it's to eat it. Yeah, I mean, the intention is to eat with your um uh, um uh, um uh, um to eat with your hands, with your fingers. So you play with rice and pig and
Oh, that's how
yeah,
you do it. Okay.
yeah.
I guess I was just like grabbing at the pig, but yep, that was amazing. I mean, one of the things that I love about this hobby is by proxy you get exposed to some really amazing other things in life, cuisine and drinks and things of that sort. So, um, yeah, I can't say I've ever had traditional Filipino food, and I've got a few Filipino friends. So, shame on you guys for not inviting me to your authentic Filipino cookouts. But yeah, that room though, this is the system featuring our electronics at the Musical Artisans showroom. So one of the things that I really like about these guys is they like to show a full, complete system whenever possible, instead of just mixing in kind of a preamp here from this brand and a power amp from this brand and
Yeah.
a DAC from those guys. It really helps you kind of see how the system was meant to work together. And they picked us up and YG Acoustics this last year. And so now you can hear the YG Peaks Ascent speakers with a full 5 series stack, and it sounds fantastic.
Yeah, and that's with the rack from
The
what?
Modulum guys, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, they use those like copper footers, and they have kind of these resonance absorbers underneath of the shelving. That's quite ingenious. It's really cool. I don't know of too many other people doing that. I know of like our partners and friends with Bauer Audio. They did some cutouts to reduce
Mm,
resonance. Modulum has cutouts with other material to absorb that kind of resonance,
absorb a damp thing.
dampen. Yeah. So yeah, now available in northern Chicago area. Musical Artisans, Air Acoustics, YG Acoustics, and I want to go back.
Yeah.
I want to go back. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, we have a really nice venue, if you will, now to do some really cool events out there. So I think over this next year, as some other new creations and new developments occur, I think this is going to be one of the spots that we're going to want to unveil it in potentially. So get in touch with Musical Artisans. This is that reference room kind of that they have set up.
Yeah, their big room.
It's kind of like every CH Precision thing that they make, and
Yeah, yeah, it's a huge. Yeah, yeah. I wasn't even sure what everything was, except the power amps. But yeah, it was a huge CH stack. Um,
those Karma speakers are amazing. I really like that brand. That's they've got some cool stuff going on, but how is it going to sound bad with diamond tweeters and mid-range? How?
oh, it's easy. But trust me, it's easy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, super cool system. This whole facility has one, two, three, four, five, like five or six different complete demonstration capable systems, and maybe more coming soon, like some premium headphone display options and that sort of thing. But yeah, aside from the people and the presentation, I couldn't feel any more proud and comfortable sending our clients this way.
Indeed.
Well,
Well,
Ariel, any other thoughts on AXPONA? Any other highlights or things that I'm missing or things that
boy, I mean, it's all happens so fast. The days are so full. I always forget. I mean, I mean, I always, I love catching up in person, face to face, with some of our longtime friends, good to catch up with Jim White, who we partner with in many ways with our Transformers and various other projects. So it's great to meet face to face again and talk about various subjects with him. Um, face to face with Gunny, many of the reviewers that we're friends with, and um, good to see Michael Lavonia and Michael Fremer face to face. It's Steve Guttenberg. Good to talk to them, which is it's been a few years for me. It's always good to get that FaceTime, catch up a little bit. Got to sit down with Richard for a few minutes, Vanderstein. Um, it's a long list. Good to see Shane Bettner and Ama Ama. He has another longtime friend of the company. Haven't seen him in several years. It's good to see him again.
yeah, Shane's awesome. I think he's going to be very helpful for some of the things that we're working on here coming up. Um, yeah, I mean, getting a chance to catch up with all these guys and get some FaceTime and get out of the factory, I think is really important because we're all stuck
Yeah,
working so
yeah,
much
yeah,
so often.
yeah, yeah. But I really do value, getting to meet either longtime customers that I've never spoken with before and just hear their air stories or even talking to people that show up in the room and are just blown away and getting to tell the air story to someone new and just kind of see their reaction to our philosophy and what we do and just see their kind of amazement. That is really fun. So yeah, I mean, you know, um, um, uh, um, uh, yeah, it used to be that that I didn't go to trade shows very often. It's you get kind of isolated just sitting here in the factory building, designing, and you really kind of lose touch. And so I really valued going to these trade shows more often to kind of grounding myself and talking to customers and everybody else, and kind of it really you know reminds myself why we're doing what we're doing, as well as kind of gaining and as well as kind of rebuilding that motivation again to kind of step it up and keep on doing what we're doing, as well as step it up more because it can get kind of burnt out and you kind of slow down and get kind of complacent. And so it's really good to get in touch, see what people are excited about, and get excited again. So
Yeah, totally. I mean, I'm still like barely into my 2 year anniversary with the Air official 2 year anniversary. And one thing I'm always really kind of impressed and kind of warmed by is hearing kind of how much the company means to people and got to hear, yeah, a lot of those stories of people that have been with us for 20 years or more in some of these cases at the show, and just getting to sit with people and listen to music and kind of in between the busyness, just connect with people who are actually just using our stuff and talking about music they've never heard of before or I've never heard of before,
yeah,
sharing new artists and stuff.
yeah,
There's so much to appreciate from different angles. It's really a lot of fun. So I love these shows. They're a blast.
Yeah. 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 I, I, I made a long list of, I, I had a notepad on my phone and I took notes during the host show of, either like artists I want to learn more about or things I want to do different in the next show or things we need to remember to bring next time that we forgot. Right. So I have a whole long list, which I've done before. And then I usually forget about it. And then, but anyway, so I should share that with you or something so we can, so it's not just lost on my phone forever, never to be seen again.
We'll do it.
But
We'll
we can,
we'll enact the list.
right.
Well, yeah, we're going to Germany in a couple of weeks here, so the both of us will be there,
Yeah.
and we've got, I think,
Got my passport.
yeah, his passport's in this year, so yes, we will both be there, and really excited for the team that we have. All these guys, Chan with Pachenko Labs, Eric at Artisinia Audio, Jeff at Ikigai Audio, and Gunny at Sonar. These guys are all they've all been super proactive about
Yeah.
the show coming up here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you have a group kind of thread going WhatsApp, and so there's a lot going on that I wasn't privy to at the start. So I see it all happening, which I'm glad it's being taken care of, so I can concentrate on some other stuff. But I see a lot going on. It's really, really organized. It's all really well planned out, laid out, which I'm impressed by. So I'm excited.
yeah, these no, these all these brands, Pachenko Labs, Artisinia Audio, Ikigai, Sonar, Air, these guys, all these guys, we're on top of it. We care. It's yeah, that group, it's all over the world. So like we're getting messages like 24/7 pretty much for
Yeah,
this Munich room.
yeah,
So it's kind of exciting. So it's a little it just has a different vibe than the domestic show. So yeah, hopefully we see you guys in Munich. And if you
yeah.
haven't been, oh my God, you have to
Make
go.
a point to go. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But as far as a location in a city to host a show, it's I can't think of many better places. At least for us, also as I'm a as far as industry goes, most of our distributors and many of our dealers even visit. So as far as a central meeting point, as far as bang for the buck for us, it is the best place to go have meetings with all of our distributors in one place. And then the city is amazing. I love Germany, Munich in particular. It's a great place. Absolutely great. It's really diverse. I love the food and beer. There's not much to complain about. It's
Mm,
really easy to get around. Just we always just get the unlimited, the subway pass, and you can just hop on anywhere and get anywhere really easily. It's fantastic. I love it.
I'm bringing my skateboard this year, so
Oh yeah.
you're gonna have to keep up.
Might have to rent a scooter or something.
Yes. Well, yes, Munich in a few weeks. Hope to see you guys there. AXPONA was a win, two wins.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, yeah. The other thing I say about Exponent was that at least, uh, at least what we experienced in our room, the traffic was, I would say, heavy.
Hmm.
We were very rarely not packed. The room was full a lot of the time, very crowded. Especially the first 2 days, and then early Sunday was a little slow, but then it picked up. Um, and so it was very, it seemed to be very well attended. I don't know what the numbers were officially, but as far as traffic in our room, it was almost too much.
Yeah, I mean I know there was over 200 rooms featured there, so there's so much to see, but
Yeah,
yeah, it felt like our room was bottlenecked a lot of the time with people trying to get in
yeah,
to the room because of how full it was. And yeah, it just had a great vibe. You know, the whole room just felt super comfortable the way it was done up and laid out. it didn't feel like you walked into a hotel room. It felt like you walked into like this really cool listening room and people felt like they can hang out and listen for a while. So I think that was a win.
Yeah.
But yeah, new dealer, a lot of show traction, 2 rooms, kind of showing off, some of our strengths and what we do with some really cool partners. Both rooms were two-way speaker designs. I think that was kind of a
Yeah.
unique thing. So we were both rooms were focused on just kind of a simple crossover design, and I think that meshes well with our zero feedback and discrete solid state topology.
Yep.
So it just sounded great. Hopefully we see you guys next time. But I think that's about all I've got to recount for AXPONA.
Yep. Travel was easy, so no drama there.
Yeah, no events, no eventful drama.
Yep. Sounded like the next day there might have been on Monday getting out was a bit more dramatic. There was some, I think, protesters at the airport or something blocking traffic. So
Don't know anything about it.
we missed that.
We missed it. Smooth sailing. All right, Ariel. Well,
All right.
cheers. Happy
Cheers.
happy Friday. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Sorry.
See you next time.
Yeah.